That evening, Fred nestled into the hay as Farmer Jane pulled his favourite book from the crate. She began to read. Once, in a quiet meadow, there lived a small tortoise named Ollie. Every day, Ollie watched flocks of birds swoop and glide above the treetops, and every day he wished, with all his heart, that he could fly too. One afternoon, Ollie gathered the biggest leaves he could find and tied them to his shell with vine, sure he had built the perfect pair of wings. He climbed to the top of the tallest rock in the meadow, took a deep breath, and jumped. Instead of soaring, Ollie tumbled straight down and landed with a giant splash in the pond below, leaves and all. Dripping and a little embarrassed, Ollie sat by the water's edge when a great grey owl swooped down and landed beside him. "Flying isn't just about wings, little one," the owl said kindly. "Sometimes it's about finding the right friends to carry you." Not long after, a flock of geese arrived at the pond, resting before their long journey south. Ollie shyly asked if he might come along, just to see what flying felt like. The geese looked at one another, then smiled. "Climb aboard," they said, and gently lifted Ollie between their wings. With a great whoosh, the geese rose into the sky, and Ollie rose with them. Below, the meadow shrank into a patch of green. Rivers turned to silver ribbons, and farms looked like tiny toy villages scattered across the land. Ollie laughed with joy, his shell catching the sunlight as the wind rushed past. When the geese gently set him back down by his pond, Ollie could hardly believe what he'd seen. He rushed to tell every creature in the meadow about the rivers and rooftops, the clouds up close, and the whole wide world from above. From that day on, Ollie never needed his own wings. He carried the sky inside him, in every story he told. Farmer Jane closed the book softly and looked down at Fred, who was already dozing off with a happy, sleepy quack. "Good night, Fred," she whispered, blowing out the lantern as the barn settled into the dark, ready for tomorrow's chapter.